Tesla has revealed its long-awaited Robotaxi, a supposedly fully autonomous vehicle that Musk has said will catapult the company into trillion-dollar status. It will be some combination of Uber and Airbnb, Musk said during a recent earnings call, allowing Tesla owners to serve as landlords for their driverless cars as they roam about the cityscape, picking up and dropping off strangers. The event, which will be held on the film lot of Warner Bros. In Burbank, California, will be the culmination of almost a decade of blown deadlines and broken promises from Musk, a moment when the richest man in the world will finally be forced to stop hiding behind his own bluster and actually show us what he's been working on. It's a vulnerable time for Tesla. The company's sales slumped in the first half of the year as rising competition in the US and China dimmed Tesla's star. Musk is fighting to reclaim his enormous $56 billion pay package, all while spreading misinformation on his social media platform and stumping.
Something massive just happened, and Coinbase makes it even more interesting. This is the biggest amount that was seen this year. Billions sound like a joke now. Today we are talking about trillions with a T. But what is even happening? And why were we waiting 1 year for it? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Today, things took an unexpected turn. Analytics uncovered a jaw-dropping revelation in the crypto world. On-chain data nerds' watchful eye caught wind of some hefty transactions, totaling a mind-boggling 4 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. And the destination? None other than the major U.S. exchange Coinbase. This massive influx amounts to nearly $100 million in real-world currency. And wait, let's pause and soak that in for a moment. We're talking about a staggering sum here. To put it into perspective, imagine a mountain of cash tall enough to make skyscrapers look like pebbles. That's how colossal this move is in the realm of cryptocurrency. For starters, it's not every day that you see such astronomical amounts being shuffled around, especially in the Shiba Inu space. This influx could have significant implications for the market, potentially triggering waves of excitement, speculation, and maybe even a few sleepless nights for traders. But what exactly just happened? Well, according to a report, a whopping 4.29 trillion Shiba Inu tokens made their way to the largest U.S.-based crypto trading platform. And what makes this even more intriguing is that these tokens were scattered among just 10 wallets. Talk about a concentrated effort. And here's where it gets interesting. Tokens were acquired over 2 distinct periods, spaced 3 years apart. The first batch was snagged back in September 2021, followed by another round in March of this year. And get this, the savvy owners managed to snag these trillions of coins at an average price of almost twice as cheaper than it is now. Fast forward to today. And if these holders decide to cash in at the current Shiba Inu price, they're looking at a cool profit of around $41 million. And now let's take a moment to digest that. Sure, it might not be one of those jaw-dropping, headline-grabbing gains that crypto is famous for. But hey, let's give credit where it's due. Turning a modest investment into tens of millions? That's not too shabby. It's like hitting a home run in the world of crypto. Maybe not a grand slam, but definitely a solid base hit. And remember that big Shiba Inu transaction we talked about on Monday? Yeah, the one where Robinhood moved a whopping 600 billion Shiba Inu tokens? Well, as it turned out, it was all just Robinhood moving its own stuff around. But today's Coinbase situation, that's a whole different story. We're in the dark about why all that Shiba Inu ended up there. And let me tell you, the rumor mill is working overtime. People are coming up with all sorts of theories about who's behind it, and what it means for the market. It's like a mystery novel unfolding in real time, and everyone's trying to crack the case. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. If the $100 million Shiba Inu move is going to be a success, then it's going to be a success. But if the known 100 million Shiba Inu move got your attention, get ready for something even bigger. In a major shakeup in the crypto world, Coinbase just saw its largest Ethereum outflow of the entire year. And we're talking over $1 billion here. This massive shift, as reported by CryptoQuant, has set tongues wagging and sparked all sorts of debates about what it could mean for ETH and the market as a whole. So, while Shiba Inu is seeing some hefty inflows to Coinbase, Ethereum is experiencing some major outflows. It's like a seesaw of crypto activity, with one token going up while the other heads in the opposite direction. According to CryptoQuant's latest findings, a whopping 336,000 Ether were pulled out of the trading platform on June 12, amounting to around $1.17 billion. This isn't a one-off thing either. It's actually the 5th time this year that withdrawals from Coinbase have surpassed 150,000 Ether. And get this, the size of these transactions has been all over the map, ranging from $400 million to $1.2 billion. So, if you're in a situation where you're 1.1 billion, it's a clear sign that some heavy hitters are making moves in the market. Looking at the sheer size and frequency of these withdrawals, it's pretty clear they're not coming from your everyday Ethereum traders. Nope, these moves seem more like the work of whales or big institutional players flying under the radar. See, transactions of this magnitude are usually way out of the league of your average retail trader. They're more in line with what you'd expect from heavy hitters, with massive stakes and some serious market strategies up their sleeves. And now, as for why they're making such massive moves, well, that's where things get a bit fuzzy. We're all just speculating at this point. But if we look back at history and how the market tends to behave, we might glean some clues. Remember when Coinbase saw similar big-time withdrawals for Bitcoin before the launch of Bitcoin spotted thefts earlier this year? Well, some folks are thinking that maybe, just maybe, the current Ethereum exodus is a sign that people are gearing up for potential Ethereum spotted thefts down the line. But hey, it's all just educated guesswork. For now. And now, if these withdrawals aren't just the exchange shuffling things around internally, they could actually be a pretty good sign for Ethereum's future. Here's why. When you take a bunch of Ethereum out of circulation, especially in such massive amounts, you're basically creating scarcity. And in the world of economics, scarcity tends to drive prices up. It's like basic supply and demand stuff, you know? And that's especially important for Ethereum. And that's why Ethereum is so popular. And that's why Ethereum is so true in the wild and wacky world of crypto, where emotions and market sentiment can swing things pretty wildly. So while we can't say for sure what exactly this big Ethereum exodus will mean for the market right this second, most folks tend to see moves like this as a positive sign in the long run. After all, reducing the supply of Ethereum floating around, coupled with the potential introduction of new investment goodies like Ethereum spotted thefts, could be a recipe for some serious price hikes down the line. But hold on. Before we all get too hyped up about the Ethereum ETF hitting the markets, there's a crucial point we need to understand. A top industry exec is sounding a bit of a cautionary note here. See, they're saying that when it comes to spot Ether ETFs, we shouldn't expect the same huge influx of cash on day one, like we saw with Bitcoin ETFs. Here's the deal. Bitcoin's got this pretty straightforward use case as a store of value, which made it easier for investors to wrap their heads around. But Ethereum? Well, it's a bit more complicated. Its value is tied to all of the value of Ethereum. There's all sorts of tetchy stuff like smart contracts and decentralized apps, which can be trickier to put a price tag on. According to Stephen Richardson, who's a big shot in the financial world, there's still a lot of work to be done in figuring out how to properly measure Ethereum's worth. Without a clear consensus on that, we're probably not going to see the same frenzy of cash pouring into Ethereum ETFs like we did with Bitcoin once. But hey, here's the silver lining. Even though day one might not be as explosive, many folks believe that in the long run, the Ethereum ETF could be a major changer for the whole crypto scene.